Hello friends, my name is Mary, and today we are back to close the discussion of CVD spot. We also conducted some additional research, increasing the delta accumulation period from the classic floating day to a week to see if we could get a change in current trends. In the first material, we tested the divergence of price and CVD, where we considered the cumulative delta of volumes on futures. I'll answer the question right away. We don't look at CVD within the day. In the crypto market as a whole, similar solutions are not used in professional environments unless trading models are written for inter-session arbitrage. Since the market doesn't have weekends and works 24 hours, 7 days a week, floating windows are used in the market. Thanks. Today we will look at the results of testing the trading logic with CVD in the spot market, as well as see how much the cumulative delta differs between the futures and spot markets. We will show what we were able to build for our platform's clients and what will happen if we increase the CVD calculation from a daily floating window to a weekly one. Let's go on the left. We will have the results of tests for CVD futures on the right for CVD spot. I remind you that we are testing portfolios of 50 pairs from the top 200 pairs presented on the futures market. Let's go. First of all, it's important to understand that it's not as simple as it seems. Those who build models to conjunction with spot futures know the depth of the complexities of comparing them. The point is that spot has low trading volumes. What does it mean? This means that we may not have trades for several minutes. Even if we add up the minute bars from ticks, we will get zero values for them, and each interval without volume will be determined as zero. Price step also introduces an adjustment. In the spot market, instruments often have fewer decimal places, which makes the price step in spot larger. It's clear from this that we have different volatility. In other words, price changes in futures within a certain range simply do not reflect in price changes in the spot market. And if you think these are all minor assumptions, I'll tell you, they are two different worlds. See for yourself the dynamics. What does this lead to? In spot market tests, with the same input data, we get twice as many situations to evaluate. When we looked on divergence formation over long periods at the community's request, we got an average of 3 trades per week. So on the spot market with similar input, we get an average of 1 trade per day. Now, let's compare. Trends and correlations are generally visible. This is critical for us as we aim to identify the presence of trends to understand how well it all works. What may be important in our opinion is that we have an area of research opening up here in relation to the delta of spot and futures. On Bitcoin, Ether, and the top liquid instruments, the correlation will be quite high. Imbalances or discrepancies, the same divergences and convergences relative to CVD spot features are likely to highlight interesting points or patterns for us. But this is a matter for other research, which could give us quite a bit of hidden information from uninformed traders. Let's stop here for now. We have many more important and interesting tasks right now. But if there's high interest in the materials, we will expand this research. So now let's go back to futures and see how much trends change if we increase the delta accumulation period from 1 day to 7 days. Trends haven't changed much, so there is not much point in scaling the CVD accumulation periods. Now let's move on to our SF Power Delta tool for evaluating delta. In its first iteration, we have a lot of variants to develop this area. The tool will represent an assessment of delta strengths where the basis partially comes in the classic CVD and a number of other models. The assessment is performed on a scale from -10 to +10. In general, SpreadFighter plans to integrate the vast majority of models into this format and present them in version 2.0. However, we will leave this model for you in the trader tariff of our beta platform. So, we couldn't get a positive dynamic in terms of delta divergence trading even within our model. Let's take a look at the results. We took small deviations according to the model to get a quantitative assessment of the trend from -2, which suggests an imbalance. This is a kind of convergence price delta, and we will consider the buy side from here. We took the parameter +2, which indicates a growing divergence, and we will consider the sell side here. As you can see from the introductory charts, the assessment efficiency is amazing. Nevertheless, in crypto, the imbalance in relation to divergence and volume delta in intraday trading does not work fundamentally. The number of trades here will be quite high, about 7 trades per day per instrument. We need this to see the overall trends of model implementation in the market through a quantitative prism. It's not something that would work for day trading, but it can be used as a supplement. We clearly have mean reversion dominating well. It's understandable. Now let's look at it in terms of long and short. The picture is correct for longs, but shorts, figuratively the difference between price growth and delta decline, are asking to be turned around again. Well, the distribution is clearly looking towards the logic of momentum trading. Now, let's increase the parameters for applying the tools for manual trading and intraday assessment. Let's take the parameters +4 and -4. Here we will get about 1 trade per instrument per week. This is a super efficient model for long trading. What accounts for such efficiency? First of all, it catches potential pumps despite the fact that we are working in mean reversion on the long side. Remember this information for now. It will be very useful for both traders and quants. There are almost no dump strategies in crypto. Crypto uses volume through pumps. Therefore, the risk of running into a dump is very low for an instrument. But catching pumps through long side on mean reversion, the ability to pick up a pump is a special cherry on the top. Of course, this requires a non-trivial approach to building an algorithmic strategy. Well, here too, we don't get positive results with the difference between price growth and negative delta. Although we got close to zero values, which suggests that our model better understands the presence of an actual imbalance in the future market. However, fundamentally, the conviction is wrong that we can recognize the exit of a large participant or a sell-off through the accumulation of delta and price changes. The most important thing we know why this doesn't work in the crypto futures market, and we will definitely expand on this topic if you find it interesting, of course. But in the next video, we will tell you the whole story about the popular model with the influence of Bitcoin dominance and prices on the market as a whole. And of course, we will tell you why the new version of Almeter outperforms everything on the retail market, a model built in this direction. Thank you for support, colleagues. See you soon.